Well, hey there. It's so weird seeing you here in my car. It's the last place I would expect to run into you. Here I am in my Mercedes super duper class luxury automobile, which is cleverly disguised as a 2000 Toyota Camry. And I'm just thinking about you and me in this summer doing things that are going to help us to flourish. And I'm also thinking I need to just make this video blog post right now, or I'm not going to write it because I don't have time to write it. So I'm going to video. We're going to have a little talk. It's going to be nice what we're going to talk about because we're talking about your life. And by the way, don't worry, I'm not driving right now. Just sitting in a parking lot making the people around me think this guy's kind of weird. So long ago, a blog reader wrote to me and said, hey, the great teachers tend to have great lives. Great teachers tend to have great lives. There's so much truth to this because I do think that we're much more capable of promoting the long-term flourishing of our students when we ourselves are experiencing flourishing lives. We know what it's like. We know that there are many facets to flourishing. So if you want to be all scientific about it, Marty Seligman, former president of the American Psychological Association, he says that there's kind of 5 different experiences that come together and create a picture of a flourishing life. Positive emotion, engagement or flow-like activities. There's supportive, meaningful relationships. There's meaning, a sense of meaning, and there's accomplishment. This last piece, this is what I want to think about right now. So this summer, I want to propose that you and I need to accomplish something unrelated to teaching, and we need to help make this accomplishment more likely by going through a simple goal-setting activity, goal-setting procedure that makes it much more likely that we're actually going to do the work that it takes to achieve our goal. Because here's the thing, goal setting is easy. Probably a lot of us do goal setting with our students, but goal striving, that's the hard part. That is often the missing link. So here's your goal setting, easy. Here's your goal achieving, fun. Here's the goal striving. It's hard, it can be even onerous, it takes discipline, it takes resisting temptation, it takes commitment, all these different things. How do we make it most likely that we and our students will do the goal striving? Well, it's WOOP. This is an idea from Gabrielle Ottingen, and I'll put some links in the description of this video to help with whooping. But right now, you and me are gonna whoop. We're gonna whoop. So I think you don't need all those links. You could just listen to me and pause me as needed. So first, we're gonna set a goal, or to follow with the WOOP acronym, a wish. I want you to pick one thing that if you accomplished it this summer, if you accomplished one thing this summer, it'd be nice. You'd look back and you'd say, man, that was cool. I'm glad that I did that thing, okay? So maybe it's a physical accomplishment. You wanna run a 5K or walk a 5K or run an ultra marathon like some type of crazed psychopath, or climb a mountain, or learn to do a handstand. Maybe it's something that's not physical. Maybe it's kind of intellectual. Maybe you want to read through a certain series of books, or read a certain number of books, or write a book. Maybe it is something that's avocational, like a hobby that you want to improve at. Learn that really tough song on the piano or the ukulele, or learn a new type of ballroom dancing. My wife and I, we're doing some ballroom dancing lessons right now. It's pretty awesome. So maybe you want to do that. But I don't care what it is. I just want you to pause and pick a goal, and please make it specific. Make it something that is attainable within the summer months. I want to be able to look back at the end of summer break and you know whether or not you've achieved it. So set a goal right now. Pause me if you need to. Okay, we did the easy part, the relatively easy part. We've set a goal. Now let's help ourselves to do the goal striving that's going to get us there. Scheduling the time to do it, all the things that it's going to take to achieve that goal. Let's do something right now that's going to help us. So I want you to first visualize the best possible outcome of achieving this goal. If you're learning a certain dance, what's it going to feel like to master that dance? If you're doing some, Ironman triathlon, what's it going to be like to cross the finish line? If it's a book that you're trying to write, how's it going to feel to finally get that first chapter completed, or the last one? So visualize right now, and if it helps, do it even a little quick write for 2 minutes of all the positive outcomes that will be yours if you achieve the goal. Visualize the outcome. Pause me if you need to. All right, so now you've actually made it less likely that you're going to complete your goal, because you've kind of tricked your brain into thinking that you've already achieved it. This is why they say if you want to really write a book, then don't tell anybody that that's what you're trying to do, because as soon as you start telling people, I'm writing a book, oh my gosh, this book writing is so hard, I'm writing a book, you're already kind of giving your brain some of that reward, some of that, like the sensations of having written a book. You're giving your brain a little taste of that, and it actually makes it less likely that you'll actually end up doing the book writing, unless you do this next part. So we've got a wish, we've visualized the best possible outcome. Now let's immediately visualize the obstacles that stand in your way, specifically obstacles that are totally within your control. Okay, so like, it's not within my control that I have 4 children and we have a pretty busy household, but it is within my control that I tend to procrastinate. It is within my control that sometimes, I'll choose to watch a movie or, get lost in the YouTube vortex whirlpool of, zombie trance. It is in my control that I spend my time doing those things, right? It's in my control that sometimes I stay up too late and therefore I don't wake up early, because really for me with my family and life, those morning hours, those are my prime opportunities to get, writing done, or to get a jog in or something if I'm training for some type of running challenge. So what are the obstacles within your control inside of yourself that are most likely to make it so that you'll never get to that outcome? That's what I want you to picture right now. What are the obstacles? And again, visualize them. I want you to, play the videotape in your mind of you choosing to procrastinate, or you choosing to, choose this temptation versus this goal striving behavior. And again, if it helps, get out a pen and paper and just free write for 2 minutes about the obstacles that get in your way. Okay? Pause me if you need to. All right, so now we've done something that the research calls mental contrasting. What we've done is we've created an association in our mind between this really cool outcome that we find personally valuable, relevant to our lives, something that we'd like to achieve. We've visualized that, created the picture in our mind of that, but then we've also immediately created the picture in our mind of the things that are going to get in our way, our present realities that make it less likely that we're ever going to see that outcome. So that's good. We've made it more likely that we're going to do the things that it takes to get to our goal, because we've situated that goal right next to an obstacle. Last, let's go ahead and create a plan to help us to achieve this goal. And it's not going to be a big multifaceted plan. We're not going to spend a long time strategizing all the details. I just want you to set one when-then plan. So think of specifically a thing that happens to you like almost every day, because chances are that for us to achieve this goal, we're going to need to consistently work at it. It's not just going to happen in one like massive burst. If you want to write a book, it's not going to be, you going on a retreat for a weekend and writing 50,000 words. It's going to be you for the next 50 days finding time to write 1,000 words. That's how you're going to get the book done. So when blank, then I will what? And we want to make this really specific, so let me give you a few examples. When I go to bed at night, then I will set my running shoes next to the bed, and I'll go to bed in my running shorts, and I'll set my alarm for 6 a.m. or whatever, so that I'm more likely to do the running in the morning when the alarm goes off. When I'm tempted to see what's on Netflix, then I will unplug the TV or hand the remote control to my spouse, or basically I'll do something to make it so that I can't access Netflix until I write 1,000 words. All right, and I keep going, obviously, to these running related things or writing related things, because obviously these are things, kind of that I wrestle with making myself to do. Okay, but what we've just done all right, assuming that you made your when then plan, pause me if you need to. What we've just done is we've whooped. We set a wish, we visualized the best possible outcomes, we visualized the obstacles inside of ourselves, and we set a simple when then plan. So this mental contrasting that we did and this implementation intention, Gabrielle Odenchin and her colleagues have shown again and again that this WOOP procedure makes it more likely that we're going to do the things that we need to do to achieve our goals. And this is good, because if you and I accomplish this thing this summer, we're going to find ourselves with a greater sense of flourishing in our lives. And this is going to bring us back to teaching in the fall with a sense of, okay, life is cool. You can accomplish things, even in spite of the current stage of life that I'm in. So go ahead and try this. Do the WOOP, and share with me in the comments or share with me through email how it went over the course of the summer. How's it going? And at the end, did you do it? Did you achieve your wish? And let's not be perfectionists about this. Progress is the goal. As I once wrote, perfectionism behind us, improvementism ahead. All right, thanks a lot for taking me up on this WOOP experience, and I hope that you have a great day.